Yes guys, also welcome back to another video, and now it's game week 3 predictions. At the start of the video, we always remind the viewers of the score, so Finn, let's have the scores on the doors from last week.
Well, me and you got 6 points each.
Okay.
And Freddie got 5.
So where does that leave the whole leaderboard?
So the leaderboard, I'm on 17 I think. You were on 22 with a guest in last place.
At the top, we'll be there all season round. I'm there at the top of the table. Today's guest is Ben, my cousin. You might have seen him on a few videos. He was in the West Ham Leicester video around a year ago, so he'll be giving his score predictions today as well. We start off at 12:30 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium at Saturday lunchtime. Spurs Wolves. Finn, what are you saying?
I think we're comfortable with Spurs. 3-0.
3-0 right in like that. And I'm going for 2-0. I think that Spurs, let's be honest, they got away with it. I mean, I'll leave my vlog of the Spurs-Chelsea game in the description, but they really did get away with it. The performance was pretty bad, wasn't it? I mean, Chelsea just absolutely destroyed Spurs literally the whole entire game. What were your thoughts on it?
Very lucky to get away with a point there,
Yeah.
I think. Tempers obviously high. I think, to be fair, we did fight hard in the second half, but first half we were poor.
Yeah, I mean, Wolves, it looks like it might be a complete mismatch here because Wolves don't even look to be finding the net at the moment. Drawing with Fulham, only scoring one lucky goal against Leeds. I mean, that they could be in trouble. But we're both going for Spurs clean sheets and Spurs wins.
Ben, what's your thoughts?
First of all, we've got Spurs against Wolves. Wolves have actually been very impressive. They're always fairly defensively sound. Spurs are off the back of a lucky draw in the last minute, celebrating like a win. It's going to be a tough game. I think Son's definitely due a goal. The fact he hasn't scored yet is quite surprising after last season. So I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory to Spurs.
Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. So Villa got a good result against Everton last week at home.
Great result.
And a great result for Crystal Palace as well. A 1-0 draw to Liverpool. And I think there'll be another 1-0 draw this week.
I mean, yeah, we were actually watching the Aston Villa-Everton game at St Mary's Stadium while waiting for it to finish. I'll leave the link to my Southampton vs Leeds below. That's the game I went to last Saturday. And to be honest, I think that Palace are going to get the win here. I think it was a great result for them. Obviously at Anfield, you obviously have the Núñez headbutt against Anderson. I mean, it all went off. Literally, it all went off. Not a great impression for Núñez. Anderson made the most of it. And I mean, I think he's been getting sent like death messages. Like, what's the need for that? I think Palace will get the 3 points and it will be 2-1 to Palace. This is a tough one. Ben, what are you going for?
Next game, we've got Palace against Villa. Very impressed with Palace's start to the season. They're like a very good unit. They're very good on the counter-attack. Eze is on top form. And when he plays against those teams that want to have a lot of the ball on the half-turn, he can beat anyone. Villa, up and down. They've got their goal scorer in Danny Ings. At least he scored last week. It was a decent finish. I think it'll be quite a cagey game. So I'm going to go with 1-1. And I think Ings and Zaha could get the goals in that one.
Everton versus Forest. Everton obviously getting off to not a great start, and it looks like Anthony Gordon might be leaving for Chelsea. What's your opinions on that?
Weird transfer. He's a Scouser by heart.
Yeah.
Been really noticed for 2 seasons, already leaving. So
Yeah. I mean, it looks like, if Everton can get 50 million for me, that is an incredible, piece of business by Everton because he's got something like 3 goals, 4 assists, I think, out of 50 odd games in the Premier League. Like, for 50 million for that, I think that's exceptional business by Everton if they get out over the line. But I don't think they'll even win here. I think it's going to be 2-2, goals galore. Forest obviously winning against West Ham last time out. Brilliant result for them. Their first game, at the City ground for God knows how many years. They're back in the Premier League. What do you think of this one?
same as you actually, 2-2. I think all we need, I don't know how you pronounce it. Last week looked good, strong, and I think we'll get on the score sheet this week.
Ben, do you agree?
Next up, we've got Everton and Forest. Obviously, Everton haven't had the most amazing start to the season, but they haven't lost by much considering the teams that they played. Forest, I think, have been a massive surprise. They've come through strong and they look like a good unit again. They've got good players. They've got a striker who's an absolute unit. So I think he's going to cause problems for Everton at the back. If Everton are going to get any points this season, they need to win these sort of games at home to newly promoted team. So I think they might just do enough in this case, purely because of the pressure that's on. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory to Everton.
Fulham versus Brentford. Fulham have got off to quite a good start, to be honest, to be fair.
Yeah.
2 draws, 2 points on board.
Unbeaten.
Can't complain. Yeah, can't complain. And I think it'll be another draw. 1-0.
Yeah, Fulham actually, as a promoted side, they have, as you said, have had a decent start. 2 draws, unbeaten side just yet. But I think that their run will end here. 1-0 to Brentford. Obviously, incredible win that I don't think people are actually giving Brentford as much credit for as they actually deserve. I know everyone's looking at Man United and their dreadful performance at the Brentford Community Stadium. But I mean, it's a brilliant result for Brentford as well. 4-0 against Manchester United is honestly ridiculous. And I think they're going to carry on their good fortune here and get a 1-0 win. Maybe a little Ivan Toney goal.
Ben, what do you think?
Next up, we got Fulham against Brentford. Fulham look okay coming up, but Brentford just look a different gravy this season. They're so well structured, they've got a great team chemistry, they all work hard, they've got goal scorers, they're solid at the back. Could be a real big season for Brentford. I think they're going to win this one fairly comfortably. I think Tony's definitely going to score. I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory to Brentford there.
Leicester, Southampton. Now Leicester, I'm actually worrying for them. It's really not looking great. A thrashing at the Emirates Stadium, a draw to Brentford after bossling on the opening game week. Looks like they're losing Fofana. Maddison could still go. Nothing's going right for them, is it?
No, not at all. Fana maybe even said goodbye to the fans.
Yeah, he was in tears, wasn't he?
Yeah. Without Fana, possibly, and without Cash Michael, of course, I think they will lose at the King Power. 2-1 to Southampton.
2-1 to Southampton?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They drew to Leeds and they lost on the opening day, but you still think they're going to get the result here?
Yeah.
Well, I actually think it's going to be reversed. Leicester 2, Southampton 1 for me. I think Leicester might just get over the line. I mean, they did actually win against Southampton on the last game of last season, 4-1, I believe. Jose Perez actually scored. He'll be available for this game, might even play, to be honest, because if Maddison's not in the right mindset to play for the team, Brendan Rodgers has the right to not pick him, in my opinion. This is a tough one. Ben, what are you going for?
Next up, Leicester Southampton. I've got Leicester to do quite well this season and Southampton to go down, so this one kind of chooses itself. I think Vardy's going to be big. They're going to want to win this one after last week, and in general, just the whole feeling around the club in terms of the transfers not being brought in. They need a win here at home against Southampton. So I think it's going to be 3-1. That's my prediction for that. Definitely Jamie Vardy getting on that score sheet.
Bournemouth v Arsenal now. Good result for Arsenal last week. They thrashed Leicester, even though they only won 4-2, only by 2 goals.
What a goal by Saliba, by the way.
Yeah, good goal.
What a header.
But I think Bournemouth will lose this week.
If we didn't start that game.
I think Bournemouth will definitely lose this week.
Okay.
Arsenal, a comfortable win, 3-0,
Yeah.
I think. Jesus probably score, let's be honest.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 2-0 to Arsenal. I mean, their defence, I think it's been a bit overhyped.
I suppose we haven't said, like, what do you think, Ben? We're not doing it all again. We can just add bits in. No, just you have to add bits in. I'm not doing it all. So, just add bits in. I'll say for the first one, I guess.
As we know, we'll just do a separate little video after where we just say, what do you think, Ben? What do you think, Ben? What do you think, Ben?
Yeah.
But what fixture's this?
Bournemouth v
Six.
Arsenal. Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's going to be 2-0 Arsenal here. I think, honestly, the defence, it's been a bit ropey. It's been very overhyped, in my opinion. Obviously, a Saliba in goal. He did very well in the first game week, but what the hell was he doing?
God
The
knows.
header. Ramsdale had a shocker for the Maddison goal. Went straight through his legs. I mean, yeah, I think their defence is getting a bit overhyped, but I do think they will carry on their unbeaten streak here. 2-0 against Bournemouth. You're so far out that...
Your turn, that.
You're literally sitting like this.
I'm there, that's fine, Cal, I'm here.
Okay,
I'm not like this, Cal.
Say Ben.
They thrashed Leicester, even though they only won 4-2, only by 2 goals.
What a goal by Saliba, by the way.
Yeah, good goal.
What a header.
But I think Bournemouth will lose this week.
Okay.
Arsenal, a comfortable win, 3-0,
Yeah.
I think. Jesus probably score.
And yeah, I think it's going to be 2-0 Arsenal here. I think, honestly, the defence, it's been a bit ropey. It's been very overhyped, in my opinion. Obviously, a Saliba in goal. He did very well in the first game week, but what the hell was he doing?
God
The
knows.
header. Ramsdale had a shocker for the Maddison goal. Went straight through his legs. I mean, yeah, I think their defence is getting a bit overhyped, but I do think they will carry on their unbeaten streak here. 2-0 against Bournemouth.
Ben, what do you think?
Next up, biggest game of this weekend. It's Bournemouth against Arsenal. The late kickoff on Saturday. Arsenal obviously absolutely flying. Jesus banging, full of confidence. Odegaard goes under the radar. He might not get as many goals or assists as we've seen in the past, but his all-round involvement in the game, he makes things happen. So I think it's going to be quite comfortable for Arsenal. I think 3-1 or 3-0, but I'm actually going to go with 3-0. Jesus to score 2, and then I think Odegaard's going to get one. I think he's definitely due one.
Leeds versus Chelsea. Now, Leeds actually, it was really disappointing for them, throwing away a 2-goal lead at St Mary's Stadium. Chelsea, on the other hand, really impressed me against Spurs at home, where potentially, I mean, they've been doubted by so many due to their transfers this window. Will Koulibaly be able to place Rudiger? I mean, I think he definitely has. What a player Koulibaly is. But I think Chelsea will get the win here. I think it will be tight at Ellen Road, but I think it will be 2-1 to Chelsea. What do you think, Finn?
Exactly the same. I think they'll win. I think it'll be a comfortable game in the sense of having the ball, but the score will be closer than you think.
Ben, what do you think on this one?
Next up, we got Leeds against Chelsea. Again, you don't really know what you're going to get with Chelsea at the moment, right, with the feeling around the club. Coming off the back of that last minute conceding to Spurs last week, could be tight. Leeds have been fairly impressive so far, so I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory to Chelsea. Again, tighter than a lot of people I think will think. And I think Loftus-Cheek's going to play a big part.
West Ham versus Brighton now. West Ham have lost both their games.
They have.
To be fair, they have had Man City, but they should have got a win at the City ground versus
100%.
Nottingham Forest. But I think it'll be a draw. I have 1 point on the board, West Ham, against a confident Brighton team, to be fair. Good performances both games. I think it'll be 2-2.
2-2. So West Ham aren't getting their first win yet for you, and I think they're getting their third loss. I'm going with a 2-1 Brighton win here. Now, I don't know if you know, but West Ham have never won against Brighton in the Premier League. I mean, they drew 2 times with them last season. They actually drew 1-0 at the London Stadium. A late Morpay overhead kick. It looks like he's actually going to Forest. But West Ham, for me, are a struggling side. I don't think they're as good as last season. I don't know what it is. Antonio, for me, is not as good. They need to bench him, get Scamacca in. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, how was that Antonio goal? Or the goal he impeded the defender, ruled offside. It's clearly a foul.
Yeah.
He runs into him. I mean, stupid. I mean, they could have scored easily there. I know they hit the bar twice against Forest, but ultimately, they were a bit unlucky in the end. But a loss here, again, against Brighton.
Ben, what do you think?
West Ham, Brighton, tough one. Brighton again, strong, very strong. Team outfit, work hard for each other again. Do they have those goal scorers? That's the only thing you're still questioning with Brighton. Danny Welbeck's a very good player in terms of general play, hold-up play. Can he get goals? That's what you need to see. West Ham will be disappointed after the last result. Again, at home, they're going to want to bounce back. Can't see many goals in this one, so I'm actually going to go with a 0-0.
Newcastle versus Man City. Newcastle, good start to the season. Comfortable win against Nottingham Forest, I think it was in the first game.
Yeah.
And the draw against Brighton. But Haaland will shine, I think, against Newcastle. 3-1.
3-1, and I agree with you once again. We've agreed on quite a lot this time.
Yeah.
I mean, Newcastle, obviously, as you said, good start to the season, 4 points so far. Man City, 6 points so far. I mean, they haven't even conceded a goal yet. It's a bit of a joke now.
Yeah.
But I think they will concede one at St James's Park. Potentially Almiron to get the goal. Bit of a random goal scorer. But if it comes in, you'll all be looking at me for the lottery numbers. Let's be honest.
Ben, what's your thoughts?
Next up, we got Newcastle City. City are just too good. Way too good. Haaland's just way too good. Newcastle had a bad start. Defensively, they're fairly solid, but it's Man City, and I think they're going to run away with the league, and they're probably going to run away with this game. So I'm going to go with 3-0 to Man City, Haaland hat-trick.
United versus Liverpool. The game of the week, and probably the most goals of the week. I'm getting right in there, 4-0 to Liverpool. It's embarrassing from Man United's point of view. They need a whole new setup at Old Trafford. I mean, the manager, I think he's going to take a bit of time to adapt. They need more signings in. They need a different board. They need to revamp their stadium. They need literally everything. They're living in the past. I mean, I know Núñez obviously won't be available for Liverpool, but I still expect Liverpool to thrash them. Salah hasn't really got off the mark yet properly. I know he obviously scored against Fulham, but he hasn't really shone like last season just yet. But I think he will in this game, maybe scoring a couple of goals. He'll probably be my captain on FPL this week. Finn, do you agree with a Liverpool win?
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be 4-0, maybe just a 3-1 win.
What, do you not even think they'll score more?
Probably not. Maybe just a 3-1 win. They don't have Thiago. Salah's not in great form, and Núñez is out. So.
I mean, he's bound to come back one stage though, isn't he? He's Mo Salah.
Ben, what do you think?
And then lastly, we've got the late kick-off on the Monday nights. We've got Man United against Liverpool. Both teams, awful start to the season. This could be horrendous for United. I can't see them scoring. I just don't see where the goals are going to come from. They don't look like scoring. And then you've got Liverpool, who want a reaction after the last couple of games. Obviously, Núñez getting sent off. So I think it's going to be quite a comfortable 2-0 victory for Liverpool. Definitely going to be a feisty one. Predict a few bookings in that one, but yeah, 2-0.
Yes guys, that completes the video. I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. Let me know all your predictions down below, and also follow me on all my social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave them all linked down in the description. We're on the road to 2K now. When can we get it by? I don't know. Just smash that subscribe button now. It's free to do, easy, and it takes about 2 seconds. Thanks also to Ben for being in this video. I mean, we'll see what his predictions turn out like next week. As I said, put all your predictions in the comments below. Until next time though, I'll see you next time.